Lesson 4. Informational Text. Genre. Informational text gives factual information about a topic. Text focus. A diagram is a drawing that shows how something works. Bridges by Matthew Denzeris. Bridges help people get from place to place. They join communities. They stretch across waterways and the swirling tide. They take us over roadways and landforms. People have been building bridges for thousands of years. They think about how long the bridge must be. They think about what the bridge will cost. Then they decide what kind of bridge to build. The arch bridge shown here is the Bayonne Bridge, which goes from New Jersey to New York. Workers finished building it in 1931.
Arch bridge. An arch bridge uses sturdy curved structures called arches. The arches rest on strong supports called abutments. Abutments are set firmly in the solid ground below the water. Beam bridge. The beam bridge is the simplest kind of bridge for a crew to build. It costs the least too. A beam bridge has a beam. It lies across supports called piers. The piers must be close enough together to give the beams strength. That way, the roadway won't bend or sag too much when traffic crosses it. Each span of a beam bridge is usually less than 250 feet long. Florida's Rickenbacker Causeway Bridge is a beam bridge. It connects the city of Miami to the island of Key Biscayne. Suspension bridge. A suspension bridge can stretch as far as 7,000 feet. That's more than a mile. On a suspension bridge, the roadway hangs from cables. The cables rest on top of towers. At each end of the bridge, an anchorage holds the cables in place. Building bridges. A large crew of workers builds most bridges. The work is dangerous. Workers wear harnesses to stay safe when they are balancing up high. Strong winds and foggy weather make the work even more dangerous. Builders cling to the bridge. When at last the work is done, excitement grips everyone. A ceremony may be held to celebrate. Suspension bridge. Anchorage. Cable. Roadway. Tower. St. John's Bridge in Portland, Oregon, is a suspension bridge. When the fog is heavy, the bridge practically disappears.
Compare texts. Text to text. Compare bridges. Compare and contrast the suspension bridge, like the one in Pops Bridge, with the beam bridge that you read about in Bridges. List 3 differences between the kinds of bridges. Then list 3 similarities. Discuss your ideas with a partner. Use text evidence to explain your ideas. Text to self. Write about work. In Pop's Bridge, Robert writes about being both proud of and worried about his father's job. Write a paragraph about a job that you find interesting and how you feel about it. Text to world. Connect to math. Use the internet or another source to find the lengths of the Golden Gate, Verrazano Narrows, and Acashcayo bridges. Then make a bar graph to compare the lengths of these suspension bridges.